So I deleted the 2 AM command because I didn't think I needed it anymore.
Yeah, we've just had like 4 people do it in chat.
And now they're screaming at Nightbot for not giving the command. Right, while we're on a train journey, let me fire up my messages to my ISP.
Let them know what you think about
Hey. Sorry to... I don't know, how do we word this? Do we want to go...
We'll see. See, I think you've already stuffed up because you said sorry. See, I would go on the aggressive front.
You
Fix this
go...
shit.
Yeah. Now, I've done that to begin with, and Britt yelled at me because she used to be tech support, so she was like, you have to be nice to the techs. And I'm like... Okay, no sorry. Rewording without the sorry. Just had a drop at 2:09 AM on the 29th, 12:15 for approx 1 minute. Seems the problem has returned. There we go. Not angry, but there.
Yeah. Now I think your train's run out of fuel.
I can't reach the third loco, but I put some fuel in the second one, so we're now a 2 dead weight. We're logging dead weight. We've only had someone in the back to drive the back locos, doing the same thing, but it'd be the same.
Yeah.
Or would it? Because that is more the locos then don't count as a dead weight.
I'm not sure.
So wouldn't
Is that how it works?
Yeah, because haven't me and you done it in Break the Game, didn't we? Because I was sat in the back and I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, but I don't know if it's that's how it works, or there's actually some push from those rear trains as well. Because when we did it in Break the Game, we were like flying along,
Yeah.
like it was I think it was a 262 or something.
yeah, Hey, Delessa, long time no see. See, I don't know if it's worth stopping to put... Will the extra speed from the third loco be worth the time it takes to stop the train and get started again?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, you're missing some wall back there.
Oh, no, I'm not. It's fine. I'll do it later.
No, you were. No, you definitely were.
I'll fix it later. There's a lot of wall missing. The walling is drastically behind the concreting, and the concreting is drastically behind the fouling.
I'm sorry for ever giving you that idea of concreting a main line. It's a terrible idea.
I hate you.
And the thing is, once you start, you can't just be like, okay, I can't be bothered anymore. You can't just leave it half done.
It wouldn't be so bad if it if I'd done it from the beginning, but the trouble was because I had so much mainline before concrete was a thing. Um, do you want to tell Dallas? That's right, Kay's already done it.
Son of a bitch.
Oh look, there's a gap in the wall here on the top side. And by gap I mean it's just not done.
Oh, good. Son of a bitch, I'm not root.
You all sound the same to us.
Alright, Rita.
Let's have a look at Pointy's new belt base. Again with the main bus, so close together. Give yourself some space. There's that copper cable about. Yep, that's
So it isn't so.
It is. It's we copper cable on belt alert. Being fed by red inserters into the circuit factory. And you don't need 4 lanes of copper once you've gone past green circuits and red circuits. There ain't nothing further down the line. You want to divert most of your copper into circuits, then red circuits for its copper wire, and there's trying to think what else. Red ammo for the weapons. I say it's copper direct. The rest into your low density structures. Oh, we're nearly there. Stop the train.
Zuri. He makes me laugh. Speaking of accents, I moved around so much as a child that I just have an American accent.
Oh, would help if I actually picked up some modules. Probably help these laser turrets if they were actually powered.
No.
Let there be modules.
So you're just trying to cut down on power, are you?
Yeah. With the base fully on, we were using 400 megawatts. Top
Needs more solar.
user was the 4,300 electric mining drills at 130 something megawatts out of 400.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, if I can reduce that 130 by 80% if we put modules in them. I really need to redo my engineering train to carry modules.
Yeah.
And we'll do it.
Do you have that? Do you use that mod that you can insert modules with the blueprint or whatever?
Yeah, I just used it. I couldn't use it just
okay.
now because I didn't have a red circuit on me to make the planner. But I've got the planner on me now, so I can use the bots.
Yeah, fair enough.
Apparently where I am in England we have the least English accent. Or we're like the plainest. If that's a word. I think what Dale was saying about Washington State is just a flat accent.
See, Australia's only got one accent, and that's Bogan. But we're proud of it.
Have you noticed on your first world, if you deconstructed chunks of railway line, it like wrecked the FPS for a little bit?
Yeah.
Even if
It's
that
because
line,
there's so many segments.
yeah. Because I'm ripping up an old bit of track here from an outpost that doesn't exist anymore, and it really lags the game.
It's also to do with how many trains you've got on the in the network, because I think each train has to calculate and go, do I still have a path to my destination now that that rail's been removed?
Mm-hmm.
That's not a bad thought, Max. You're saying if you sever the line first.
Wouldn't
so it's
in theory
disconnected
that
from all the...
in theory then rip all of them from their, like all those segments you just cut off? Wouldn't it have to then recalculate all of them?
Yeah, but then you're just doing it once for all of them, so it might lag for, a second or whatnot, instead of it slowly lagging as you remove each one that is connected.
I see.
Possibly, I'm not too sure how the mechanic sort of works. Where's Hanzik? He'll tell you.
Yeah, Hanzik. Oh yeah, that's right. He goes to bed.
What a noob.
Does he even know how to Factorio?
Useless.
It's like the only job that you could go to, like if you was a dev, and like you go into work and you're like really tired, and they can, you haven't been to sleep, have you? No. What are you doing? Playing Factorio. He's a good employee.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See, it's one of the only jobs you could go to work and be playing games, and your boss would be like, "What are you doing?" You'd just be like, "Playing a game." They'd be like, "Excellent, good work.
yeah.
Keep it up."
It's pretty much my dream job at the moment. Is just to play Factorio, like for the devs
Yeah,
or for
I'm
anyone.
lucky. I'm lucky. I get to sort of do what I want at work. I just have to be there, more or less.
No, that is just a dream for me. At most, I sneak onto the computer at work and I'll type in Factorio Reddit or something, and I'll just read.
Yep.
On Fridays, I go on and read the Friday facts. And when they're updating, I check to see if there's a new release out.
Yep.
But I can't get on Twitch. I've tried many times.
Have you tried accessing it through multi-Twitch?
No.
Definitely give that a go, because that worked for my mate.
That is really, really weird.
Are you looking at why only half that's filled?
I'm looking at why it's favourite, or yeah.
Could it be an issue with the unloading side of it?
It's gotta be.
Where does that go straight to the coal bunker?
Yeah. It's got to be an issue with unload. But the trains are told to wait for empty, so these trains should be arriving here empty. It don't make
Yeah.
no sense, but whatever. It'll get used eventually. Oh, I know what. I hope this station is finished with. I really hope it is. This next one that we're heading to.
The one in the middle of the main line.
Yep. I was hoping you wouldn't pick up on that on the map.
That awful abomination.
Mm-hmm. No, Max, it's strict. Wait for empty and wait until what do they call it? Wait forever. There's no fallback condition set to it. I don't want them leaving until they're empty at the coal. If the coal bunker doesn't need coal, the trains can just sit there. And then the rest go into the stack. I can show it on the map, I think. I could if there was none there. Apparently the coal bunker's taking everything it can lay its hands on. Because there's no trains stacked up. They're arriving, emptying and leaving. Right, is this place done? Come on. Come on. It's very nearly there. I suppose I'll module it for the sake of modulating it, but right. All this main line needs walling. I'm gonna have to subcontract this out. Damn it, the loco's run out of fuel again. Let's just grab it some fuel.
Oh, it's working, Will.
Yay!
The clock's working.
It's alive?
It's alive.
Today it's a simple clock for a Hall of Fame. Tomorrow it travels back in time and tries to kill Sarah Connor.
something like that.
Yeah. And we're on to the second abomination.
Hmm. Um, how'd the oil build go, by the way?
Yeah, it's still
Is
going.
that finished yet?
No,
Still going?
I hit a headache and went to bed.
Yeah, fair enough.
Petroleum pipes. Yeah. I don't know what to do with them. I was saying earlier at the beginning of the stream, I need to come at that with a clean, a whole day, like not at the end of work like this is. I need to do it on
Yeah.
a day off, have a good sleep, wake up, and attack it. And when I finish work like today, just be doing just jobs, like moduling 4,000 electric mining drills.
All in a day's work. Okay.
And in theory, for the new engineering trains, I need if I have one row of mining drills, that's 3 rows of modules. So I need to do, yeah. I think I have 1 row, so I need to allocate 1 wagon to modules. Oh,
What'd you do?
Copper's have to, Copper's have to. Mayday, mayday. Go, 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 go. Eject. Copper's have to, Copper's have to. Go, 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 go. Mush.
Oh, they're chewing through it.
It's. I just want to get to the station. I don't care about the drills or the belts. It's the station that I
Yeah.
need to get to. The boxes.
Just make that a pantsless train. Oh, you did. Cool.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I eject. Yeah, just eject the front logo off, and I'll. Yeah, I ain't lugging a whole lot around.
Delasser, it's not too much of a frame rate killer. It's more when you go through a forest.
Hmm.
That's when it just drops right down. There's a way to get there, mate.
Hmm. I just logged into PayPal to see how the account's doing, and yeah, you guys are getting me done for money laundering. I've got to speak to PayPal on my bank because I'm approaching the €2,500 limit that you can receive without filling out whatever they want me to fill out, because they think I'm money laundering. The attack has stopped. What the hell? Where are we going? Okay, we need to review that junction at some point, because evidently that ain't gonna work. Username. Job opportunity for you.
What happened?
Oh, we went off around a world because a junction doesn't have a right hand turn.
Oh.
Oh boy. Oh, that's bad. Hi. Username, need a junction. No rush. But I know you like building junctions.
Oof. Just caught up on the stream. They had fun there.
But it's actually not as bad as it looks because most of them had finished anyway.
Yeah.
And they've left some alone that have finished, so I can recycle. I'll try and repair as much as I can.
Where'd the bastards come from?
No idea. Oh, they're hitting Coal South too now. They've moved on. Go 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 go! I don't know whether it'd be quicker for me to just drive it. Retaliation. I'm still behind on my previous retaliation of collecting 20,000 goop. I'm at like 13,000. Do we need to make it 40,000 goop? I think we do.
Yeah.
Right. Stop! Bail. Train's rolling. Okay, I lost 1/9 of a 383 train. Die. Get off my outpost. $50,000 goop.
Yep.
We need a retaliation command or something. I think we have to keep track of this now because this is becoming official.
I think you need the orbital ion cannon mod. Just nuke them.
But that doesn't that take a rocket launch that's not a rocket launch? So every
Probably.
ion cannon launch is a rocket lost towards the objective.
Now, I broke the clock. It's not working. Why isn't it working, Will?
I don't know.
Fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it! Fix it, fix it, fix it!
I sent you a video. That's my response.
The video? Who what?
In chat. Did it not come up?
No.
Hmm.
I'm trying to get it tick perfect, Zuri, and I suck at doing that. Ah, there we go. Nice.
I have no idea where those biters came from. There must be a nest inside this. Would it be morally wrong to use biological warfare on these biters? And I'm not talking about poison capsules.
Sorry, my net just dropped again.
Would it be morally wrong to use biological warfare on the biters? And I'm not talking about poison capsules.
No, that's fine.
Because I'm growing more and more tempted to end the biter menace once and for all. There was a lane switching. Back it up. We need that lane switching. We need to be on the correct side of the road. Put the cards in while I'm there. That's an excellent point.
I give up, Will.
You know, back
No
to
Hall
work.
of Fame for you.
Back to work.
No Hall of Fame for you.
Oi.
That's it.
Nope.
I quit.
No, you don't.
No. You're done. Goodbye. Stupid bloody thing.
Do you need Matt to fix it?
Oh, at this point in time, yes. The frustrating part is that the game, you can't slow it down to just do one tick at a time, and even if you slow it down to 0.1 speed, it goes so quick that I can't tell where I've stuffed up. You're making it tick perfect. It's really frustrating.
I don't know enough about how it works, but Why does it need to be tick perfect?
Well, it doesn't need to be, but like, it just means that if your name list gets really long, this will not take ages. I mean, it's going to be really quick anyway, but you know, I don't want it going on for ages. It's basically, think of it as optimizations.
Right, production is completely stopped now. Iron, copper and stone trains are stopped. And we're at 43 UPS. Yeah, that was a nice damage. That's why we're increasing the retribution killings to 50,000 goop.
It's going to take a while, but worthy cause.
Now, where did I leave the rest of that train? It's by that second abomination. There it is. Coal East 4.
Anti-elites.
Yeah, I haven't killed the source because I don't know where it is. Minus 20. Jeez, man, that's actually colder than our freezer today. When I did the temp check, it was minus 19.2,
Sounds
I
awful.
think. Yeah. I could get a mini foul, but where are we getting it using it? Where are we taking it using it? A meant to be doing moduling. We have a lot to do. And I've only got 10 minutes left. So I need to go to sleep because I have stuff to do in the morning before work. Namely fix my bike.
Sleep is for the weak. I'll be right back.
You best not be going to sleep. What temperature have I got? I'm actually getting a little bit cold. It's 11C here.
And I'm back.
Well, right, I've reassembled the train. Moving on. We're discussing temperatures.
I think Zuri just wins this fight every time.
Mm-hmm.
It's, what are we here in Melbourne? Uh, 20, oh no, that's Sydney. No one likes Sydney. 26 degrees.
Centigrade.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's 11C here.
Cold.
Mm-hmm. But it is 3 in the morning, so
Yeah.
that's actually not bad for this time for December. At 3 in the morning, 11 is really actually quite good. We've got some really bad flooding going on at the moment up north as well.
Yeah, so do we actually. Up in the Northern Territory.
So
People getting airlifted out, all sorts of stuff.
yeah, they've deployed the army here to help because they're trying to keep rivers under control, and it's not working too well.
Yeah.
There's more rain forecast.
We've just had a whole bunch of fires down here as well. Pretty much dry season in Australia over Christmas. Just everything burns.
Yeah,
It's just insane.
It's kind of been over here. It's sort of been everything's been sort of overshadowed by our flooding. But I did catch that there was some flooding in South America somewhere, tornadoes in Texas, and fires in Australia.
Yeah.
There was like-
Fires in Australia in summer is just sort of standard business, really.
Hmm.
All the fire authorities just go on high alert. We're not allowed to have the most you can have in summer, pretty much, is a barbecue, but it's got to be like a closed hood sort of deal. You can't have like a fire pit or anything
Hmm.
like that. So it's just total fire ban. Because yeah, you get some heat into our bush and it just goes up in seconds.
Why would the army get involved in flooding? Because they need manpower to build sandbag walls. Because they have to raise the height of the banks of the rivers to keep the water out of the towns, and they just need manpower to do it. So they've deployed a couple of thousand troops just to help.
Do you find the sort of the idea of
I think his internet's gone again, mid-sentence. Curious to know what he said, what he was saying now.
and I'm back.
Go back, yeah. It cut off mid-sentence.
I can't remember what I was saying.
You said, what we got was, do you find the idea of... like, talk about a cliffhanger.
The idea of tornadoes, because we don't get them in Australia, or they're extremely rare and nowhere near as bad as some that you see in the US.
Yeah, we've had like 2, I think, in my lifetime, and they were tiny and pathetic and barely count as a tornado.
Yeah, yeah. It's like, oh, it knocked over a street pole. That's about it.
Yeah, there's jokes about it go around on Facebook. There's like dustbin carts have fallen over, and it's like this is a national emergency. And
Yeah, we get similar.
yeah,
But
saw
I mean, I think
yeah.
there's certain areas in the US, from my understanding, that it's fairly common. Like, yeah, I think there's like even places called Tornado Alley and that sort of thing, where it's just like, you know, get in the right season, they just go through there all the time.
Yeah, I've seen the tornadoes, the pictures of the damage in Texas. There's like just houses just gone down the street. You can literally
Yeah.
see where it's been. I think they said it was
Mm.
something like 14 killed so far that they know of.
Yeah. It doesn't Britt live in Texas?
Tennessee, which is
Somewhere?
the state above.
Tennessee.
Yeah. But I did actually. We was watching the news on Christmas Day, and they said Texas, and I'm like, that's close to Brit-ish. As in, it's the. You know,
Yeah.
it's probably really not that far on the scale of the. Because when we say. Those guys say states, I think you guys do as well, but we don't use states, we'd say counties. Same thing, but
Yeah.
they're not as independent to each other as states are. But if we said Oxfordshire, for example, which is neighbouring to my one, it's like it's about 30-40 miles, but it's not that far. But a state is huge, isn't it? It's like almost a country on its own.
A state, like for us, from here to the next state, which is New South Wales, is about About 800, 900 kilometres. But I mean, Australia is very large.
Yeah, it's fourth largest in the world, is it? Country?
Largest
Mer-
island in the world. There you go.
Yeah, I know it's larger, but in terms of area for the country, isn't it fourth?
Wouldn't surprise. You'd probably have
America,
Russia or China.
America, Russia, China, Australia, isn't it?
Okay.
Or is it Russia? No, I think America is. If you include Alaska, which you should, I believe.
There's one way to really annoy Americans or Canadians. Say that they're all the same.
No, I wouldn't do that to them. I'm not even that mean. Oh, no, it's a continent.
Oh, they changed the definition of it, did they? I remember when I was a kid, we were always taught that Australia was technically an island or something.
Well, it is, isn't it? Water goes all the way around.
Yeah. But, like, it is a continent. Matt is right, as usual.
Australia is sixth by area. What the hell?
But number one by awesomeness. We drive on the right side of the road, thank you very much.
You mean the correct side? Don't
Yeah.
say right, it only
Yeah.
encourages them. And in things that want to kill you.
Things that want to kill you. There's not that much.
Actually, I think I'm done on this side. I need to head over. Done those ones. I'm south one.
Yeah, no, the whole driving on the which side of the road thing really got me when I was travelling earlier this year. I was in Germany, and so we drive on the left, they drive on the right, and so when I go to cross the road, I'd always look in the wrong direction. I'd have to like stop, remind myself, and look. So when are you coming to Australia, Will?
I'm not.
Why not?
I have no desire to leave my country.
Really?
I've been to Spain for 2 weeks. I've been to France for 5 minutes. That's enough.
Yeah, well, 2 minutes in France is enough, let's be honest, but...
Yeah, we had to wait for the ferry to turn around. We got off the ferry and got straight back on it again.
80% of the world drives on the right. Something like that, anyway. Well, that just shows that 80% of the world is doing it wrong. 80% of the world is using loops.
Oh, did you? I got a message from Root the other day.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find it. Yeah. Boxing Day he sent it. He said he put well, I just had someone offer to optimize my train network with loops.
Oh, good.
Hashtag Factorio, hashtag literal circle jerk.
God.
I just replied with 4 out of 10 contains loops.
Yep. Not much more you can say.
Deep House
Loops
Music,
bad.
technically we never left, we never went through, what do they call it, where customs and that, so we never technically entered French territory, so...
Guess which country uses a lot of loops and drives on the left?
Oh, that'll be us.
Yeah?
Yeah. Roundabouts.
Yeah, we have roundabouts everywhere as well.
Yeah.
Like on the
We're-
roads.
Yeah. Like, do you have the little mini ones? At, like, T-junctions?
I've got 3 in my street.
Good man. We've got one every time there's a T-junction. There's a little mini one.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Every time? Okay, well,
Not-
you guys are nuts.
Probably not every time, but I would say over half.
Yeah,
There's a few.
yeah,
It's,
you
it's like
guys are nuts.
yeah,
But I suppose you need it because I mean, your roads are like really congested, aren't they?
yeah, because we're a busy nation in a small small area of land.
Yeah, just got a large population in a small area. Yeah.
Yeah. Like our rail
Whereas-
network is bursting to. It just cannot cope.
Yeah, that's similar with ours. You try and take the train at peak hour, and literally people are cramming in like sardines. It's just disgusting. That's why I pretty much refuse to take public transport.
Yeah. My mate works on the trains, and he was telling me the other day. He said they are really trying, and his train company have just bought something like 30 new carriages, so they can make their peak trains longer.
Yeah.
Because they can't run more trains, all they can do is make the current ones bigger. But they're getting to the point now where the trains are getting too long for the stations. And Network Rail, that does the infrastructure, is working on extending stations and platforms, but the trouble is every time to do major work like that, they have to shut it down for a year while they do it.
Mm.
Or
So are all your trains pretty much, are they all subways, more or less? Or are they,
in
or are
London,
yours all above ground?
town to town is above ground. In London there's a subway, there's also an overhead bit as well. It does whatever. If you just Google London subway system, it's just a mess of
Yeah.
and it just can't cope.
Tell you what, they should see what Germany has done in Berlin. I've never experienced a rail or not even just rail, like trams, the whole lot. Their public transport system is phenomenal. It's awesome. You can pretty much get from like anywhere in town to somewhere else in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, it works. You can get around because London has got quite a few major railway stations that linked it to the rest of the country. Just off the top of my head, you got Paddington, Waterloo, Victoria, St Pancras, Houston. But I think there's about 8. Those are the top ones that I just rattled off. But and they're all interlinked with the subway system. Trains drive like a man. Well, Matt said it's.
Oh God.
Hopefully we'll start building our high-speed line 2 soon, because we've got high-speed 1 which connects London to Paris, which then links on to the Europe high-speed network. But they want to build high-speed 2, which is going to run from London up to the north of England.
Yeah.
And having that direct fast line from the north of England to the south should hopefully take a lot of pressure off of the other lines.
Yeah.
Because there's a piece of track.
See, we don't really have any of those high speed lines in Australia because, I mean, it's just too far. I mean,
Yeah.
we could run one from, say, Melbourne or Sydney, which is on the east coast, over to Perth, which is on the west coast, but that's like 3,000 or 4,000 kilometres.
Yeah, you'd be better off just
So
flying.
it's just sort of. Well, that's the thing. I mean, a flight across costs about $120, something like that. So it's cheaper to do it that way.
Yeah, that's cheaper than a bloody train ticket from one end of the country to the other in this country. Because their trains are expensive.
Yeah.
Even for me to go to my next stop on the main line, because I am on a main line. Well, sorry, a main line runs through my town, and we have a stop. And actually, the next one way is London. I think there might be a couple of little ones, but the next big thing is London. To go there, you're looking at a return trip during the day, 45, 50 quid, I'd imagine.
Oh. Yeah, so the most I've ever done on the Eurail or anything like that was where did we go? I think it was Prague up to Berlin. But that wasn't even that expensive though. That was about 100. Although €100 is quite a bit.
About 80 miles username. Actually, 81. By road. I don't know what it is by rail. I can Google it if you want quickly.
What's the euro to pound conversion?
I don't know.
Hang on. I'll look up AUD to pound.
If I was to go to London tomorrow at 10 in the morning for a single, it's going to cost me 30 quid.
Is that £30?
Yeah, £26 technically.
So that's $60 Australian.
That's to go, yeah, here to go to London single tomorrow at 10 AM.
And how far is that? Sorry.
80 miles.
Ooh, hang on.
It's gonna take an hour and 15 minutes. No changes. No stops. Just direct. And the trains run every half an hour. If I want to go first class, it's £63 for the same journey. And I have to take a set train. I can't miss my train. If I miss my train, that's it.
So, in comparison, I can take a train that's about 130 k's here to like just like a coastal town, and that will cost me, if it's one way, it'll cost me $11. So about, now what's that? That's about £5.
£5 won't even buy me a sandwich on the train.
That's insane.
You might, yeah, actually, you might just get get something to eat on the train. If I want to go first class any time, it costs me £104 single to go 80 miles. But no one in their right mind would do that.
Are the trains, like, are they packed? Is that why, or is it just...
It's expensive. It'd be busy, but you'd get a seat.
Yeah.
Rush hour 9 to 10, you probably wouldn't get a seat. I wonder what happens if I set it to peak time. Let's change that. I want to go 9 in the morning now. I picked 10 out of force of habit. Oh no, fair enough. It is the same price. There's usually alright. Let's try like 8 in the morning. No, 7, because everyone got to start work for 9. Oh, same price all day, no problem. I take it back.
Wouldn't it be cheaper to just about fly?
Nearest airport is in London. I don't have an airport in my town.
Ah, okay.
It's only 80 miles. You drive it in an hour and a half. You'd be better off driving if you could. But if you get stuck in traffic on the M25, yeah, it'll take you 2 hours, and you will get stuck in traffic on the M25.
Yeah.
Plus, if you depending on where you're going, if you're going to central London, you're going to get stung with congestion charges.
There's a guy that have you heard of the Vines? Those like 10-second clips or whatever. I don't know what they are really.
I know what you mean.
Have you heard of the guy?
Yeah.
The English guy Arthur.
I may have heard of him.
I'll link it to you, and I'll link it to chat. And this is just the understanding I have of traffic in London.
I know of the traffic in London, even though I don't drive, so I'll... Exactly, heck, M25 is the world's biggest car park. That is exactly what we call it.
Just be cautious. This has a bit of bad language in it.
Right. Jack, you've been warned. Bad language.
Yeah.
I'm going to play it on the stream, so if you don't want to listen, mute now.
Fix it, fix it, fix it!
Wrong link. My chat is not updating on this screen.
Do you like sitting in the middle of the road? Do you like moving at 2 miles an hour all day long?
Come to fucking England!
Sorry I haven't made any vines recently. The reason is me and Carly took a drive down the shops.
2 fucking weeks ago!
We got car parks everywhere. McDonald's, supermarkets, stadiums.
The fucking M25!
It's a good joke. What's worse than being stuck behind a learner driver?
Being stuck behind 2 of the selfish pricks!
Got another joke. What have British people in a statue got in common?
We literally never fucking move! Ever!
Ah, look at all these dickheads sitting in traffic. Traffic's for gays. Ha 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 ha.
Fuck! Oh, there's no traffic. The light's green. But hold on. It's a fucking liner! Come on! Go!
All over the world, people are dying of starvation. Africa, Asia.
The fucking M25!
There's some beautiful parts to this country. Beautiful parts where you can just sit for hours and enjoy the view.
This ain't fucking one of them!
Why the fuck do they call it a rush hour?
Slow down, everyone! Calm down! It's not a race! Stop rushing!
Someone said to me, you change your mind like the weather, and I just thought to myself,
What? I never changed my fucking mind then!
due to recent comments, I wasn't going to make any more vines about traffic.
But look at all these dirty fucking lesbians!
Due to recent comments, I was going to make my next vine a little bit more family friendly, but I'm stuck in traffic with a fucking woman driver. Fuck, cunt, shit. I was going to do a vine how British people react to sunglasses, but then I realised.
We don't fucking sell them!
You know what they say about people who live life in the fast lane, don't you?
They do not live in fucking England!
Yeah, I know that guy. Not personally, but yeah, I've seen these videos. Yeah, he's spot on. That's why I find it so funny.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, absolutely 100%.
Just the way it is.
That's the way it is. Especially the M25. It just doesn't move. Do you know what the most ridiculous idea I've heard about for the M25 to solve its problem? Because in a lot of places they can't go wider because there's just there's something, you know, either side of it.
Yeah.
The latest, most ridiculous plan I've heard is to build another one on top of it. There was an article in the paper. Some guy wrote in and said, you know, how about, you know, here's my idea to solve the problem. Just build another.
Fucking hell.
Because in some places I'm pretty sure it's 5 lanes wide plus a hard shoulder,
Yeah.
and I think they even at rush hour they use the hard shoulder as a lane.
Yeah. So
Um,
we're lucky we don't have those issues.
If you just look at a map though, and for the M25, you'll see why, because it just goes around London. The M25 is the world's biggest roundabout.
Yeah.
The problem with it is, there's no way you could build it while it's still open, and you can't close the M25. The country would stop. It already stops, but if heaven forbid there is a fatality on our roads, the police have to do a 6-hour investigation, pretty much regardless of.
Seriously?
Yeah, and the road will be shut for 6 hours. That's just how long it takes them to do it. And if there's a fatality on the M25, it will probably take about 18 hours to clear the backlog,
Jesus.
because
Yeah.
the M25 was built to handle the traffic around London, and when it's not available, there isn't really an alternative. And we get, if you go on the radio, you can get news updates on traffic. They do it like, I listen to BBC Radio 2 when I listen to the radio. They do it every 20 minutes, half hour, whatever. And the M25 is just constant. And there'll be like, M25 clockwise junctions 18 through to 27 or something. You're like, bloody hell. Because that's like 20 miles of it's just stopped. And if you were heading into that, it's like, oh god.
I wouldn't bother.
No, that's why the trains are a better alternative, because they will whisk you straight into the centre of London.
Yeah.
You then get a tube to your precise place that you want to go. Yeah, Commander Keen, the M25 is the world's biggest roundabout. Pretty much. It's not a roundabout because it's a motorway or highway, but it is effectively doing the job of a roundabout. Yes. Each junction is like an offshoot Well, Mad, the trouble is it was built like 50 years ago when there were hardly any cars on the road. And London's
Now
just
it
getting
can't
busy,
support
and
that.
now it just can't support. But the problem is they can't shut it down to do anything about it, really, because you just can't shut it down.
Yeah.
So we're stuck.
But the issue is, I mean, unless they do something about it now, it's just going to get worse.
Yeah. Well, they've over the last 10 years or so, they've added extra lanes. They've got the notice boards that we were talking about the other day on the sides and overhead, and that tell drivers of problems and try and divert them off around it before they get to it. And they like all the feeding roads, you get notified of problems, so hopefully you can get off somewhere else and change your route.
Yeah.
They do a lot of work at night as well.
Build a tunnel under it. Well, you'd have to. I don't think you can really dig a tunnel while there's traffic going overhead, can you?
Don't think so.
I don't know. Maybe there's an engineer around here that can let us know. But Mad knows everything.
The ultimate problem is there's just too many cars on the road.
Yeah.
They brought in congestion charges in the centre of London to try and discourage people from driving into London. I guess it worked a little bit, but I think they've just completed a multi-million-pound renovation of Reading Station, which is one of the main commuter towns that feed London. And it's seriously beefed up the station, so they can run more trains and that through it, because it was a bottleneck.
Yeah.
So that should help with it. Yeah, it's getting to the point. 10 lanes of highway is what the M25 needs, but there's stuff either side of it, because London is still expanding, and if you picture it, the M25 is a loop going around it with London in the middle. London is growing out and is pressing up against the M25, and I'm pretty sure in some places it's already gone out past it.
Yeah, I know in at least in Melbourne, basically the government's acquiring all the land surrounding our major motorways, so that, you know, in the future when we do need to expand and make it bigger, all that sort of jazz, they don't have to do all the massive payouts and everything.
Yeah, it's already too late.
Yeah, I can see.
There's buildings, there's estates and stuff, and
Yeah,
that's in the pressed right up against it. It's just too late. Build another outer loop, yeah. But there's towns and villages. We're not a big nation. London is actually swallowing up villages. We used to joke about it in my lifetime, and it's happening. In fact, my town has done it. I noticed it when I came back from holiday the other week. A new area of my town that they're building, they're building a whole new estate. It's like 2,000 houses or something. Is on the outside of this little village, and it's like, wait a minute, how are we in the such and such estate before we've hit this village? And it's like, oh, I guess that village is part of us now. We've also got a new subway express line that they're building. I think it's nearly the first stage of it's nearly complete. Username, I think you've mentioned it before, mate. It's Crossrail. I did like that video though. I've seen that guys before. I've not seen that one, but that sums us up perfectly.
Yeah, I can't imagine I'd ever want to sort of drive around England.
It's not like that everywhere though.
Oh yeah, I'm
Yeah,
guessing out in the sort of outer towns and all that, it's fine.
Yeah, yeah. Even around here, I mean, here in my town, it gets a bit busy around 8 to 9 and 5 to 6, but you're either going home at that time and you accept it, or if you're not, you're like, I'm going to give it 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And just let everyone get home from work. Then I'll go to wherever it is I'm going. Because you just know, but yeah, most of the time it's fine. And that problem he's talking about there with all the cars never moving, that is M25 London area. Yep, they've got park and rides username, but the trouble is the buses get stuck as well. But yeah, that does help because you've got 30 people on a bus instead of 30 cars on the road. And the thing is, username, a lot of the trains are busy because a lot of people work in London but they don't live there, so they commute into it because the house prices in London are just batshit crazy, basically. It's so ridiculous. You get like a 1-bedroom apartment the size of I don't know, about 10 feet square type thing, and for the same price, you in the country somewhere cheap, like in Wales or something, you get a 5-bedroom house for the same price. It's just because it's London. You put it next to a tube station in London, you're rich.
Yeah, it sounds like my cousin lives in Hong Kong, and she got a really nice sort of apartment, and it was like, you know, like a sort of quite an expensive one.
Mm-hmm.
And I went over there to visit, and it's about the size of a matchbox.
Yeah.
It's just tiny.
Mm-hmm. I saw in the paper someone sold their garage, which, you know, just where you park your car. Most houses have them built on the side.
Yeah.
Someone sold one of them in London, and they sold it for twice what my flat is worth.
Jesus. That is insane.
Yeah, it was like my flat cost 94 grand, and they sold this thing for like 210,000. It's like, it's a garage. It has no utilities. It has no power. It's just it's
Just
a little,
space. Yeah.
yeah, it's a little brick structure with a garage door on the front. And I was like, but it was 30 seconds from a tube station. You just walk down the road and there's I guess someone bought it and the plan was to convert it into a living space and live there, or use it as a, not a permanent home, but you know, Monday to Friday they'd live there, and then Friday night they'd go home to wherever they live, come back Monday morning, because a lot of people do that.
That area you're just driving past,
Mm-hmm.
what's that area going to be?
Giga Smelly.
Oh, okay.
It's got a few mock-ups of stuff on it.
Yeah.
The remnants of the old Giga base that got ripped down in because it was never going to work and it was outdated.
Yeah.
So I just tore it down. You know, if you drive the front loco of a 383 at max zoom out, I can just about see the tail end.
Sorry, what was that? Sorry, I was distracted.
When driving a 383 in the front loco, if I zoom out all the way out without using the command, I can just about see the back loco in like one tile of track.
Need a bigger train.
Yeah, using that looks. We've got a park and ride in our town. Actually, we got 3. One got decommissioned though. It's now just a place for lorries to park up for the night because it didn't get used enough. But yeah, we got park and rides. Because that is actually, in my town, it's quite cheap as well to get into the town centre because it's subsidised.
Alright, back to this clock.
Knew you wouldn't give up on me.
Tempting. Very tempting. Just doesn't want to work.
Alright, I think I'm going to have to call it night. 40 minutes past when I was going to go to bed. I got things I have to do before work tomorrow. Like get my bike back working. It's got a flat tyre and I had to walk today.
Ugh.
Cost me about 25 minutes each way.
Alright, mate.
Thanks everybody for watching. It's been good. What are we today? Monday. I'm going to Tuesday. Yeah, I should be on about the same time again tomorrow. I'll get this outposting finished.
Stay tuned for Hall of Fame updates soon.
Yes. We have to change the rules then, it seems, for the order.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the best way of doing it, because to try and do it sort of the system that you want, whoever donates to that amount first, that's going to be really quite difficult. But yeah,
Alright everybody, we'll catch you all tomorrow. Take care. Bye bye.